Hello guys, and welcome to today's very exciting video where we get to talk about the huge news of, yes, OG MW2, that's 2009 MW2, possibly coming to the Game Pass, the Xbox Game Pass, very soon. So of course we're going to play the OG MW2, showcase what it's like here in 2025, and discuss this huge news. So what am I talking about? I'm going to flash on the screen right now. This is Charlie Intel talking about this, saying that Insider Gaming and Xbox, Xbox Era are both reporting. These are both very reputable sources that don't really skew what they're saying. They tell you how it is and they give you the proper information. The next Call of Duty launching on Xbox Game Pass will reportedly be MW2 2009, and it could release in March or April of this year here in 2025. That's insane to hear. It finally sounds like we're going to get the ball rolling, but I'll talk about it more. We'll talk about this information and discuss kind of what we're going to be getting into. Now, currently it says 0 total players online, which is not a good sign, but let's see how true that actually is. But we've joined a game, and let's hope that it's not hacked. Let's hope there's no issues. That's one of the things we have to talk about with these games. And we're playing Search and Destroy. Okay, that doesn't look good at all. But let's try free-for-all then. Let's see if we can get into free-for-all. Hopefully that's a little bit different. Hopefully we find some players and actually get the ball rolling and showcase this game in all its glory. But if this game MW2 2009 OG MW2 does come to the Game Pass, this will fix a lot of the issues that you're seeing on screen right now. One, of course, more players means more ability to matchmake and find players and be able to, actually find a lobby. Like right now, we're not finding a lobby at all, it seems, which is kind of the problem that we've had with these older Call of Duty games, and what people have been saying is a big issue at the moment. And it has been a big issue because it makes it so much harder to go back and play these games if you literally can't find lobbies. And as you can see, we're struggling, right? We are struggling. I can't even actually back out at the moment. Am I going to find a lobby here? It says no games found. So it's not looking pretty at the moment. The problem is I feel like if I keep searching TDM, I'm going to find the same lobby again, which is kind of the issues you have with this game. But let's move on to the article whilst we try and find a game. So Insider Gaming posted, Xbox Game Pass is set to add a classic Call of Duty game to its library as Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is heading to the subscription service. And that's 2009's Modern Warfare 2. They made that very clear. Not the same game named and released in 2022. But this was first reported by Xbox Era that Modern Warfare 2 will be coming to the service either in March or April this year, and Insider Gaming sources can corroborate this report. So they have also got sources that are saying the exact same information is true. I still can't press B to get out of this. This is kind of the issues with the game. It's completely broken at the moment. But anyway, as of writing, it remains unclear if it's the full game coming to the service or just the campaign. It's also unknown if it's the original version of the game or the remastered campaign. When it does release on the service, Modern Warfare 2 will become the first classic Call of Duty game to be available for Game Pass members, and then it will of course join Black Ops 6 and Modern Warfare 3 as the only games in the series to be available. Very interesting. So they are saying they don't know if it's specifically this game, but an OG MW2 of some sorts, whether it's campaign or this or whatever, is coming to the Game Pass very soon. And I hope that Microsoft and Activision wouldn't drop the ball on this and not release this to the Game Pass to at least get the ball rolling. They know people want to play these old COD games. We, of course, want revived player bases, and we want to just play the game. And it looks like we're finally going to find a lobby. As you can see, we're kind of showcasing the issues with these games. Lack of player base, lack of people to play, cheating issues, glitching issues, which I don't think Activision and Microsoft are going to fix themselves, right? I'm going to be honest, especially if this is supposedly coming in 1 or 2 months' time. They won't fix these issues, and I didn't expect them to, because obviously they've got the modern games, they want people to play the modern games, but I can see it that people, are still going to come back and play these games regardless. And if people do come back and play these games, at least with a revived player base, that kind of makes it less likely to come across a cheater and have those issues, which is kind of the only way we're going to really get anything out of this at the moment. There, of course, is no dedicated servers either. This is peer-to-peer connections, which is a big risk here if this is coming to the Game Pass. And I've said about this before. People can DDoS you, loads of different things can happen because of peer-to-peer connections. Because the person who's hosting the lobby will have access to your IP address, because simply they have to. Otherwise, the lobby won't start, etc. So that is very worrying in itself, that is something that could happen. We're still trying to find a lobby. I don't know why people are backing out. I just want to play. That's all I want to do. But if this game comes to Game Pass in March, in April, hopefully it will fix the issues this game has. Like I said, a revived player base. That's all it needs. It just needs a revived player base just to be able to search and play in these lobbies and actually get on and play MW2. But You guys let me know in the comments down below. What do you think about OG MW2 coming to the Game Pass in either March or April, right? And what do you think about that? What do you want to see as well? Do you want to see MW2 2009, or were you hoping for something different? Let me know down below. And what are your thoughts and opinions? Do you think this will kind of revive these games? What do you think this will actually do to Call of Duty itself as well? Of course, this is going to be very interesting, because a lot of people, and you guys have like obviously seen, some of you, if you follow the channel quite a lot, I went back to these older Call of Duty games quite a lot, and a lot of you told me that this is your favorite game and you can't wait to play it, and you want to do this and you want to do that, and you were just waiting for this sort of time and day to happen where Microsoft and Activision finally get the ball rolling and start releasing older COD games to the Game Pass. And it looks like we're going to have that happen very soon. But what do you guys actually want to see? What do you like? Is it the game you wanted to see? Were you hoping for something better? Do you think there's going to be major issues, considering obviously there are cheating issues, there are people who do hack, glitch, etc.? Or are you hopeful that a revived player base is just going to make it possible for you to be able to go back and play these games and not have too many issues at all? But we are on Afghan here in 2025. We are playing the game. But we have kind of showcased like the issues with the game, though. We have showcased that, yes, the game has a lack of player base, but that is something that Game Pass will fix itself instantly. Like, as soon as this comes to Game Pass, I can guarantee you there'll be a ton of people playing this game on day one. And if you aren't already and you aren't on the Game Pass, now might be the time to get the Game Pass, because this is some big information that, to me, is very likely to happen, right? I wouldn't say that these two sources like kind of make stuff up and kind of, you know, sort of spew nonsense to try and get clicks, etc. They don't post anything because they like to be reputable. They like to have, like, be legit and showcase, you know, and be reputable sources. And this news makes it likely and very, I don't know, interesting to say. Like I said, I always thought these games needed fixing before this happens, and it looks like that's not going to be the case. These games aren't going to be fixed. These games aren't going to get any sort of update or patches to like repair them and make them more playable. We're just going to be going in guns a-blazing with however they are here in 2025. We're going to be playing with these Call of Duty games however they've been left in the state that they are in right now, and that's worrying, right? Because I said before, the two big issues are hacking and glitching, which does happen in these games. They are so massively old. They obviously don't have anti-cheats, etc. And even if they do, it's probably useless now. Like, this technology for this game is so old. It's not going to combat like modern day cheating, put it that way. Like, there's so many different ways to cheat in the modern era. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen. We're going to die. We're going to get absolutely blasted here. But it's nice to even be back on here at least. Like, that's at least something. But hopefully, Game Pass will revive these games, make them more playable, and hopefully, again, start the ball rolling. I want to see Black Ops 3. I want to see Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2. So many Call of Duty games that need to come to the Game Pass, and it looks like OG MW2, which I'm quite surprised at. I'm going to be honest. I thought we were going to see probably, you know, Call of Duty 1, Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty 3, sort of do it in that order. It seems to be a bit of a random order at the moment, and I don't know what the plan is with this as well. Like, why such a random release time, March, April time, for this game, like, to come to the Game Pass? Is this people, like, is this Activision wanting more people to be playing Call of Duty at the moment? Because, of course, we've seen Black Ops 6 has been, like, kind of losing its player base. Do they think this is sort of, okay, this is how we're going to get people back on board? We're going to just release one old Call of Duty game now to the Game Pass and kind of see where it goes, see what happens with it. But we'll talk about this. This could end up having like egg on its face for Activision and Microsoft here. This is a big risk. We have said before that these games are hacked, have its issues, and could massively backfire. Like, if people start getting hacked, start getting glitches, it could go horribly wrong. It could go massively backwards and in Microsoft and Activision's face. So I'm interested to see how this goes. But this is kind of going to be seeing and, you know, hoping that this goes well. And then hopefully will set us up to have, you know, more old Call of Duty games coming to the Game Pass. That's all we want to see. But like I said, the hacking issues, this isn't even the worst game for it either. Like, we've obviously got Black Ops 2 that we want to see, and Black Ops 2 is one of those games that is beyond unplayable, you know. And what would they do with that? Is that going to be something that actually comes to the Game Pass, or are they going to like wait it out with that, or are they actually going to do updates for Call of Duty games? I don't know. Again, we've still got 2 months, right? If it's coming in March, if it's coming in April, we still have 2 months before this is supposed to come to the Game Pass. So maybe there could be an update. Maybe there is something that could happen that could change the game. Like, they could release an update to hopefully fix, like, cheating and glitches and, you know, other issues that might plague these games, such as, like, matchmaking, etc. Like, we did see that we had a bit of an issue trying to matchmake, couldn't even back out of, like, searching, etc. There are a few issues that these games have. But I could also see it that they are going to leave these issues in the game, because I don't think Activision wants everyone to be playing these games in the long term, right? They want you to buy Black Ops 6. They want you to buy MW2 whenever they release that. They want you to buy every iteration of the newer Call of Duty games. And adding these games to the Game Pass is going to be a very interesting sort of thing to see whether or not this affects sales for modern day games. And I want you guys to let me know down below, how does this impact you when it comes to playing, like, modern Call of Duty games? Would you still play the modern Call of Duty games, or are you very, like, set in stone wanting to play these OG games? I'll be honest, right now, this isn't the most enjoyable experience in the world, but it's, of course, going to be difficult. You know, at the moment, this isn't on Game Pass, right? It's had its difficulties, it's had its issues, but we might see something soon that will hopefully get the ball rolling, get OG Call of Duty going, and at least give people the option, right? I know you can obviously buy these games outright, but nobody should be paying £20, £30 to play OG Call of Duty games in 2025. It's just absolutely ridiculous. You know, some games are worth it because they have, like, DLC, etc., and are a little bit more revived, like maybe Black Ops 3, etc. But games like this, I've got such a lack of player base that they need something. They need a little boost, and putting these on the Game Pass is what's going to do it. It's going to make these games revived. It's going to make them more playable, but they are going to have their issues, and that's where it's going to be, I don't know. It's very interesting to see, but that's a showcase of MW2 in 2025, kind of what to expect if you are planning to play this game when it comes to the Game Pass. This is kind of what you could be seeing. We, of course, don't know if people are walling, etc. We don't know what sort of hacks are going on. Other than that, we've, of course, seen people doing search and destroy lobbies, you know, messing with the lobbies. There are hackers. There are cheaters on here. There are no dedicated servers. It's all peer-to-peer. But OG MW2, 2009 MW2, looks like it's coming to the Game Pass in 2025, in either March or April this year. Let me know down below, what do you think about this huge Call of Duty coming to Game Pass news? Let me know down below. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe notifications on. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Goodbye.